Did you know that Ontario provides an opportunity for students who studied or schooled in Ontario to be selected through provincial nomination program? I bet you didn't know that. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chisom Moma. I'm a YouTuber based in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. If you're a new subscriber, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for sticking around. In my last video, I discussed with you guys the cheapest routes or cheapest way to relocate to Canada, or the cheapest way to relocate to Canada through express entry, and which you can get like a permanent residency. So in the course of today's video, I will be sharing tips with you guys on how to get a provincial nomination program very sooner after your studies in Canada. I'd like to group these tips into three. First is the degree program you are coming here to study. Second is your eligibility. Thirdly is your how do I fix it, like the scoring factor. I won't call it like a scoring factor, but I'm going to explain in details why I tagged it score factor. For your degree program, there are different programs you can come in here to study. Please remember that I said that this opportunity is only for Ontario province. Please, it is for Ontario. So Ontario gives their student like this opportunity for them to be nominated after their studies. I don't know if you understand what I meant. So for the degree, there are different degree programs. Like I said, you have the master's stream, you have the PhD stream, you have the BSc or the college. I think for the PhD, it has like 10 points. So the points that you accumulate from this factor that I'm going to, or these tips that I'm going to explain, will determine your total score point. And these total score points will help you to be nominated by Ontario. I think that's like the easiest way to explain it. So for PhD, it has 10 points. Your master's gives, if you're coming here to study like for PhD, to give you like a 10 points. If you're coming for masters, it will give you 8. If you're coming for bachelor's, it will give you 6, and if you're coming for college, it will give you 5. So just like so these points would, determine your total score points that you would need to be awarded this provincial nomination program. So the second one is your eligibility. You have to determine whether you are eligible for this program. For newcomers, for people that are coming in here, like you're coming or you have intentions of coming to Ontario to maybe have your PhD, your master's, your bachelor's, or your college, please guys, I want you to be very deliberate on choosing the institution that you are going to study in, and as well as choosing the city that you're going to study in. This opportunity is basically for the southern and the northern region of Ontario. I don't know if you get me. For Toronto, you don't have to get any score points if you study in any university in Toronto. I think that explains it better. So if you're choosing like an institution to study in, you should choose only institutions that are in the northern and the southern parts of Ontario. So so that you can get the maximum points out of that factor. As well, why would you even want to choose to study in Toronto? Come on, Toronto is very expensive, and most persons coming in here to study are they are just coming as to start up afresh and all that. So you would want to choose a city that is that the living expenses is quite minimum or minimal, so that you don't have to overwhelm yourself with cost of living and cost of rent and what have you. So it's very ideal that you be deliberate about choosing an institution, choosing a city that you can afford. Another thing to consider is, in the course of your studies and even after your studies, you should remain in this southern or northern region after your studies. Like, not like when you finish with your studies, you move before getting your PR, you move to, say, Toronto, or you move to another part that is not northern and southern. Trust me, you would lose points, you get 0 points. So the best thing to do is to stick around, like stay in that region till you get your PR before you can leave. Because if you get your PR, you can go to any city in Ontario that you so desire. The third one is the scoring factor, like I tagged it. Scoring factor here is dependent on your IELTS score. Yes, you need to write IELTS, or you need your IELTS score for this process. It is dependent on your IELTS score. I think you should aim at, say, the list should be like a band 7. So you can say you can score like 7 on the average on speaking, writing, reading, listening. Just make sure that your band score is 7 for the minimum, as well as your having your work permit. Yes, you need to have your work permit. And also another factor to this is your work hours, like having up to, say, 40 hours per week for any job that you must have had within your stay in Ontario. I think that's how best I can explain it. So this is like an extra tip. Another thing for you to note is in choosing the courses you're coming here to study, you need to choose a course that would, give you a very high score point. Not just randomly pick any course just because you want to relocate or just because you want to come into Canada. So you have to be deliberate about choosing score points. For I think the course that has like the highest score point is engineering, followed by business administration or business management courses. Then I think the third is computer science. So if you are gunning or you are aiming to study any of these 3 courses, just know that you would get a very score points at the end of everything. So lastly but not the least is for you to know the range, or this, I think it's kind of like a range. I think that's how best I can put it. The range of score that they draw, say monthly or often. So I think the last draw they had was 43, and trust me, if you go by all these tips that I had listed for you, you would see that by the time you finish calculating all your score points, you would be above 43, and you would already get like a provincial nomination program. Bear in mind that this provincial nomination gives you like an automatic 600 points. Do you know what 600 points could do for you? So once you have that, like, you are very certain that permanent residency is just like, at the snap of your finger, like it's coming very pretty soon. So it is a very, very fast way of getting PR here in Canada. I know I discussed about express entry. That takes like some time for you to get like PR, because there are steps to it that you have to follow. But if you are already a student here in Ontario, be certain that after your studies, give you like a couple of months, 2 to 3 months, you already be a resident here in Canada. So you see why this route is like the fastest way of getting permanent residency. So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please guys, do not forget to subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel to get more of these updates. like, comment, share, and turn on the bell notification so that you'll be the first to get notified each time I post. I'll see you guys later. Bye.